For better part of 26 years, EON has been improving and delivering tools to create experiential learning. But so far, our limit has been stopping at the tools. We have not, for many years, many have requested from us to do much more than that. Ideally, they would like us to provide, all the teachers, the 9,000 experts. They would like us to provide all the courses that are required for the future skills, ideally 9,000. They would like us to provide dual diploma from EON and some reputable academic institution like University of California. And they would also like to also add to this the libraries, the integrity suite, there's some type of index measurement to see the knowledge efficiency, and also a career compass. And the answer to this was continuously no, we cannot deliver that, of many reasons, because to create 9,000 courses, and I'm not talking about just the extended reality part, I'm talking about the websites, all the aspects required, the teachers itself, the expert in different segments, that required 1,000 man years plus, and we simply we didn't have the resources to do it. B, the AI wasn't strong enough, wasn't accurate enough to be reliable when it comes to generating those courses. So the answer has been continuously no, but I haven't given up on it, and I'm very pleased to say that I came back from a world tour where we launched the world's virtual campus, and it's actually the world's largest university at the moment, by far, in terms of number of courses, experts, mentors, and it's also backed up by certificates from University of California system, which is, as you know, the world's largest system with 10 universities, $43 billion in revenue, and includes prestigious one like UCLA, UC Irvine, UC Berkeley, etc. So my purpose of today is to share with you what this virtual campus is and extend a gift. So with that, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you what exactly this virtual campus entails. And for that purpose, I need to switch my screen so you can hear Brainy. So a lot of things that we used to do into the 9-step implementation plan obviously are becoming different now. So rather than me explaining what the virtual campus is, I will allow the gentleman here, is kind of the virtual vice chancellor of this generic virtual campus. Obviously, we can adapt it to be you instead of him, but he's going to tell us what it is. So, as I said, there are brainies, as we'll dive into different segments and topics, whether it's nursing or what have you. You'll be able to talk with.
Hi, I'm Brainy. Today, we're diving into the implementation of Virtual Campus, an innovative approach to education that combines AI and XR extended reality to create immersive, personalized learning experiences. It's for educators, learners, and institutions aiming to modernize education. Interested in a quick overview or want to jump straight into an exciting part?
I have a question. How can a university in Kenya benefit from this, a private university? Give me 3 things that they will be able to do. So obviously he knows the body, what this.
With the virtual campus, learners can engage in interactive, immersive courses guided by AI avatars like me. They'll experience 1. Real-world simulations, hands-on learning through XR labs. 2. Personalized paths, tailored courses and feedback. 3. On-demand learning, create and request courses instantly. Curious about how a learner's day looks, or maybe the role of AI avatars?
Maybe later, thank you. So what this is now is that you can select based on job roles, different segments, right? Data center, high demand, technical, healthcare, etc. You can do also this search based on courses. So you will be able to select one of these areas, and then we'll do a demo based on your selection. We can also talk with students. Let's listen to the students for a second. This is a recorded.
Education is at a breaking point. Institutions are too slow, online learning is too flat, and millions of learners are left behind. That's why EON Reality launched the Virtual Campus, the first large-scale implementation of the third way of learning. Imagine over 9,000 ready-to-use courses, AI avatars as personal mentors, and immersive XR labs, all in one digital campus that can be deployed in days, not years. Accessible anytime, anywhere, on any device. This isn't just online learning, it's the future of education. Learn.
Okay, so that was interesting to hear her view, but now it's time for you, if you don't mind, to help me to select. So, okay, would you like to select by job role or by courses? What would you prefer?
By courses, healthcare.
Courses. Thank you. So let's see, I'm browsing, and then you can say healthcare, life science, construction, maritime, first responder, mining.
Healthcare.
Healthcare. Okay, so let me just go through. I'm just going to browse it and then we go to healthcare. Entrepreneurship, job-related professional certification, industry pathways, energy, etc. So there we go to healthcare. So now you enter this environment of healthcare. It's all about precision, empathy, life-saving. You can talk with a specialized brainy. We can listen to podcasts around it. And now this is the healthcare segment. That's the one you selected, healthcare segment. And you can see why healthcare, the white paper, the presentation, different segments with different groups of courses, etc. So let's start with, for example, I was just showing you the podcast here. So now you can. So this talks about that. You can also access the presentation, the generic presentation about this area. You can access the white papers around this environment. Of course, you can see before and after. You can then dive into a segment. So for example, Group A is all about surgical procedure competency. Group B, medical device onboarding. Group C, patient communication empathy. Group D, CME recertification. Or we can go into details, and now we can look at a lot more courses, right? Robotic assisted surgery, ICU families. So there's tons of courses here. So if we start with something simple, let's pick Group A, B, C, or D. Please let me know which one you prefer. Sorry, group? Sorry? I didn't hear. Please repeat.
Okay, running. Let's pick let's pick C.
So now pick within Group C something, one of these cross-delivering difficulty, diagnosis, empathy, or pick one of the courses if you don't mind, please.
All right, the first, delivering difficult diagnosis with empathy.
Yes. So now you enter a 150-page, basically mini website, right? That describes what standard bond use, the course chapters, for example, things that you need to be mindful of, and you can expand. So this is the theoretical aspect that's well described. You can open the full chapters. You can also look at the standards, the references used. You can see an overview, how long this course is, 12 to 15 learning hours, blended. It's also done according to EQF level 5, ISAD level 4 and 5. You can at this point talk with a specialist within this area, or brainy that knows about diagnosis only. So she has been trained in that body of knowledge. And you can obviously start also the EON-XR library. Let me just see if I have that. Yeah. So now with that, I can access the delivering difficult diagnosis. And you can see there that within that, I have multiple courses, which are increasingly difficulty level. So you start with understanding difficult diagnosis, the art of empathic listening, crafting compassion messages, navigating. So if I choose, for example, number 4 here, I will be able to play an experience, and then that's going to trigger. So what we used to do manually, I mean, not manually, it was automatic during the 9-step implementation plan. We typically would be able to cover maybe 100 courses max and 100 lessons, but now we can cover tons of them very, very quickly and very efficiently. So this talks about managing patient anger, supporting patients through effective communication, etc. I'm not going to play the whole lesson because that will take us outside the 45 minutes hard stop that we have allotted for this session. So with that, so that's give you a little bit of flavor of virtual campus. So what is this? Normally there's a process how to do it. So what you have today, you have the creator tools, right? But the virtual campus did not exist, nor the custom campus. We also have with this release of the custom campus, where you, on top of the 9,000, can select additional courses. So our gift at the moment incorporates those 9,000 courses. The value of this is quite significant, as you may understand. Okay, so let me skip a few slides because I don't want to take too much time. Typically, from the start to end, this revolutionizes the implementation because we can roll it out very quickly. So within 30 days, you have it. You have the whole campus. There's also a financial model around this, but I'm not going to talk about it because this is part of our gift. But it's very affordable. That's the key. The rest I'm not going to talk about, just to see. Yeah, one question that we always get, how can I trust this content, right? So one reason I was hesitant to do it before is that as of last year, AI's accuracy was close to human, but still had some gaps and hallucinations, etc. Those have been not only healed, but super fast. So today, if you compare a human course creator, factual accuracy for a human, this is based on the LLMs that we have based it, with this ChatGPT, etc., that extract the data. So if you ask about a specific course, that was not based on Coursera or a book. That was based on the body of knowledge that exists around that topic. So a human, even if he spends 9 hours a day to learn the latest and the greatest, let's say you want to teach about various cancers, specific cancer, it will take you 9 hours probably to keep up before you even go to work, and you still can keep up. So AI is now at 85 to 93%. The building time is obviously reduced. Typically, it takes about 200 to 300 hours to build a course from scratch. We are down to 4 hours. Typically, a literature coverage is around 50 sources. We are between 500 and 5,000. Update frequency today here in America is 2 to 5 years. We update the courses every month, okay? So this is done automatically. Cross-disciplinary, limited, but we have extensive, and scalability is from 2 to 4 courses a year to 9,000. So, and then the cost per course in America is quite high to produce, and we have reduced it significantly. We also have a method where we have different models of AI that independently scans. Now, one question at this point is, if you provide the teachers, you provide the courses, you provide the assessment, you provide, so what's my role as a teacher? And the short answer is liberation, right? Liberated by intelligence. So I don't think, and probably just this process with EON convinced you even further, that any teachers enjoys spending time to actually gather all the data and validate everything. So this automates the content generation process. AI handles the repetitive work. Professors become knowledge curators. But what this means that you can spend more time mentoring students, you can spend more time on research and oversight. So what we've seen, these are still early figures, that you can spend 3 times more meaningful student interaction and mentorship. You can increase the research. We can save you maybe 60 to 80 hours a month in reduced burnout and higher retention. And also you are in control because educators get this validation reports and can see it. Now, for the Vice Chancellor here, how can you use this? So when I was there and visited with you, one thing you say is you were just starting the year, I think, or about to start, ending the year, I think. I don't remember. It was you were ending the year. So you said that you don't have enough seats for nursing. So what we expect with this is that we can help to double the enrollment without compromising quality. What do I mean by that? Let's say nursing, that you are able to provide personalized learning at scale, where you can combine and recreate some of the physical experiences also using XR and these brainies. And I can show you an example in a second how that works. And you can scale from, you know, from 4,000 courses that you currently don't provide to much, much more. And what's the ROI? I mean, by implementing this is still estimates, but we see that universities can save significant money and expand. So we estimate that you can get the 600 to 1,000% return investment in about 15 months. So now with that, let's move on to the next phase. I'm going to show now an assessment, and we'll finalize and open up for questions. So I think we're doing fine on time. Let me just go back. Let's close this one. Okay. And we're going to go to this. This is something we are just now releasing. This is the new feature. And I'll sign in. And we're going to be able to do an assessment on a topic. Let's go there. And let's switch organization to University of Glasgow, perhaps. That's one of our, and then I'm going to go to here and open virtual campus. Okay. So you can see University of Glasgow. This is one of our existing customers that are working on this. And this is their programs. They have one around electronic, I think, I don't know what they call it, electronic devices or something like that. And what I want to show you is the three methods of, foundation for electronic devices, right? So we can, I want to show you three things. I don't have, sorry. I think I may not have access to all of them because it's a password. It's a see, they are quite confidential about certain things. So there, let's look at this one, electronic devices. Looks like there's lessons. So three things. How do we assess people? We do what we call an oral exam. We do a written exam, and we do also an XR exam. So if we start with first an oral for devices, you can start here. You can see a two-stage evaluation. So I can start with two, and then we're going to finalize with the next one, which is so this is actually generated as. So what happens to a diode when I will just click here? It blocks electricity. I'm not actually going to answer the question properly. I just want to demonstrate the capabilities. So which property is that diode? It permanently damaged the diode. So this is questions related to them. Now it's stackable. So I didn't pass. I scored poorly. So now I may not be qualified for the oral interview, but I'll try to do it anyway. So let's switch screens so you can hear the gentleman. And
the forward biasing of a diode and how it affects the current flow.
I'm afraid that it's not my cup of tea. Would you mind give me some tips or hints? So even during oral...
No worries. Forward biasing a diode means applying a voltage across it in such a way that the P-side anode is positive relative to the N-side cathode. This reduces the barrier for current to flow, allowing electrons and holes to move across the junction, thus enabling current flow. Now, how would you describe the effect of reverse biasing on a diode's operation?
Yeah, you understand. I'm afraid I have to pass on that one. This is not my strength. I was computer science.
That's okay. In reverse biasing, the diode is connected in such a way that it prevents current from flowing through, as the P side is negative relative.
Right. So you understand where we're going. This will be then compounded into my test. So with that, I'll stop there to see if you have any questions. Thank you.